How did we go from this?
I'm gonna buy the Echo skin. Oh! Heal me, quick, quick, quick. Oh my god, I'm gonna die!
Oh my god!
Excellent, man. Well, thank you very much for your time. And we're going to send it back to the desk right now. Oh, you can get me. Shake my hand. Yeah, we're good. I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm not going to leave you hanging.
To this.
Robots! Look up there! That's the command ship!
Now that's teamwork.
A few moments later.
PvE experience really hasn't made the progress that we would have hoped. With everything we've learned about what it takes to operate this game at the level that you deserve, it's clear that we can't deliver on that original vision for PvE that was shown in 2019. We won't be delivering that dedicated hero mode with talent trees. Those things just aren't in our plans anymore.
Stakeholders first mentality. That's how. The genesis can be traced back to Project Titan, first rumored around 2007, which marked a departure from the company's three primary franchises of that era. Conceived as a next-generation MMO, the concept envisioned a near-future Earth thriving after repelling an extraterrestrial assault. Within the science fiction realm, players were to align with one of three factions, embroiled in a global power struggle. The expansive game world spanned continents, encompassing territories from the western United States to Europe, South America, and Australia. The central premise revolved around you, the player, juggling a regular occupation such as butchering, engineering, or entrepreneurship by day, while engaging in covert conflicts against rival factions by night or during intervals between work hours. Gamers could opt for character classes like Reaper, Jumper, Titan, Ranger, and Juggernaut, each possessing distinct combat proficiencies and gear, as reported. For instance, Jumpers embodied agile scouts capable of teleportation and swift combat maneuvers. Titans served as resilient tanks, while Rangers specialized in stealthy sniping, equipped with cloaking and other skills reminiscent of Nova from StarCraft II and the now legendary StarCraft Ghost. Sounds neat, right? Well, Blizzard axed it for being quote-unquote too ambitious. That's right, after a speculated 5 to 7 years of being worked on, Blizzard gave it the good old axe. And a couple years after, that's where Overwatch was conceived. I have vivid memories of experiencing Overwatch 1 during its initial days in 2016, and it was undeniably one of the most captivating games of its era. Overwatch 1 integrated concepts and elements from the earlier shelved Project Titan, incorporating characters like Jumper, now recognized as Tracer, and locations like Temple of Anubis. Overwatch delivered boundless enjoyment when played with friends and exhibited remarkable replay value. In 2016, it earned the prestigious title of being Twitch's most watched game of the year. In the coming years, Overwatch proved increasingly lucrative for Blizzard, featuring engaging seasonal celebrations and exclusive in-game content, which were completely complimentary, spawning its own esports league, continuously selling game copies at $60 a piece, various merchandise sells, the iconic seasonal streams of Kaplan beside a hearth and burning fireplace, and yes, even embracing microtransactions through loot boxes. Apart from concerns about hero balance, the predominant issue revolved around the contention that loot boxes could be perceived as a form of in-game gambling. This viewpoint was substantiated by the Belgian Gaming Commission, leading to an official declaration categorizing as such and subsequently banning the practice. As player numbers steadily surged, reaching an impressive 7 million within the initial week and achieving the distinction of being Blizzard's fastest-selling console game, what rationale would justify altering this successful formula? Money, ladies and gentlemen, money. With IPs they own, such as Call of Duty Modern Warfare, embracing a free-to-play Battle Pass business model back in December of 2019, it was only a matter of time before this controversial yet strategic approach permeated throughout Blizzard's IPs, including Overwatch. But that's not even the worst part. Assurances were made that Overwatch 2 would serve as a rightful sequel to Overwatch 1, which would quote-unquote offer a proper story campaign with familiar and new faces alike as they battle Null Sector across the world. But did this happen? No. Instead, what unfolded was a year-long ordeal of marketing chaos. What was first promised to be a storyline co-op driven game ended up getting canceled and scrapped from the roadmap, and then ended up getting reinstated, but at a low cost of $14.99. Unless you want the Ultimate Bundle, then that's going to cost you $39.99. But hey guys, at least we have a store with skins that run 1/3 of the price of the original game. Man, what a joke. As you can envision, substituting a customer's superior product with an inferior one while prioritizing financial gains over substantial content leads to the failure of delivering the intended experience. Instead, what results is merely an elaborate facade masking a glorified donation page. Furthermore, it's worth noting that in Overwatch 2, the ability to play or try new heroes is hampered by an incessantly rotating pay barrier known as the Battle Pass, priced at $10 per season. This situation essentially constitutes false advertising, given the fact the Overwatch 2 Steam page touts a quote-unquote evolving roster of heroes, while in reality, all forthcoming heroes are perpetually confined behind what amounts to a less than ideal subscription model. Responding to years of persistent demands from the community for Overwatch and other IPs to transcend its confinement within the PC client Battle.net and become a multi-platform game, a pivotal decision was made on August 10th, 2023. The choice stemmed from dwindling player counts and a decline in player investment. Amidst an infuriated community, broken commitments, and a game reduced to little more than an embellished storefront, how do you think the Steam store launch is going to go? No marketing degree required. I'll give you a couple minutes to guess. If you guessed D, you are indeed correct. Kudos to Blizzard for achieving the distinction of being the lowest rated game ever in Steam's 2 decades of existence and securing the #1 spot in the Hall of Shame. You definitely made some sort of business marketing decision, that's for sure. In all seriousness though, this hurts. As someone who's been an avid Blizzard fan since 2008, first starting out in World of Warcraft, are you okay, Blizzard? It honestly feels like ever since the Activision merger in 2008, that bitch named Bobby Kotick has done nothing more than pleasing shareholders and venomously sinking his teeth into a company that used to once have an intense passion to make video games for all players around the world. What happens next? Only time will tell. Let's hold on to the hope that the Microsoft merger, once finalized, could pave the way for a revitalized Overwatch IP in the coming years. But that's assuming their reputation isn't completely tarnished by then.